Now, the last time Justin was here, he said about you, you have the most kissable cheeks. And so I would like you to now compliment him. What is his favorite feature that you love about Justin?
His eyes.
He has good eyes. He has really good eyes. Yeah.
It seems that at the beginning of 2022, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez have not been able to forget each other or their past relationship. But let's not forget that Justin is married to model Hailey Baldwin, now Bieber, and clearly she's not happy with the new information that's come to light, which has unmasked who her husband has loved all these years. So what really happened? Could this determine whether the Bieber couple continues their marriage or not? Is Justin Bieber really still in love with Selena? Stay to find everything out.
What are you doing? Cannot stop thinking about our song. Can you just play it really quick?
All right.
When Justin and Selena first met in 2010, there was immediate speculation that the two singers were dating. However, it wasn't until 2011 that they openly admitted to being in a relationship and weren't afraid to display their young, blooming love in public. The pair broke up for the first time in November 2012, following accusations that Bieber had cheated on Selena. Justin was also seen with his ex after they split up. They were spotted together again in 2014, and Selena declared their reunion after dropping her song The Heart Wants What It Wants. A month later, they broke up for the second time. Selena began dating The Weeknd shortly after. The previous couple, on the other hand, had an on-again, off-again romance and a brief casual relationship in between their on-again, off-again journey. However, in October 2017, things appeared to be back to normal between them as they proceeded to deal with their relationship maturely. Selena wished her then-boyfriend Justin a happy birthday in March 2018 with a simple note that read, "Someone I know who happens to be super cool was born." According to accounts, the two parted up again a week later, this time over Selena's mother. Everyone expected the trend to continue and for them to be spotted together again soon. Justin, on the other hand, astonished everyone when he was seen in public with Hailey and was not afraid to demonstrate any type of PDA. Fans, on the other hand, were ecstatic when Justin announced his engagement to the model in July of that year. On social media, the wedded couple was maligned, and supporters continued to ship the former couple even months after their wedding. In 2019, Selena put an end to the humiliation by deleting Justin's social media accounts and releasing songs like Lose You to Love Me. This year, she released a Spanish song called At Once, with lyrics like, "I don't feel you here longer, I don't feel you here anymore," meaning that the chapter was fully closed. After Justin married Hailey, Selena was pictured leaving for a mental facility, and Justin expressed guilt for ending things with her in such a way. He also stated that she has always been a part of his life, that he wishes her health and happiness, and that he regrets how he treated her. He was also seen crying and breaking down immediately after the wedding, raising speculation that he was not fully committed to his new marriage and was still bitter about his breakup with Selena. One fan stated that Justin just married Baldwin to spite Selena and that he still loves her and would eventually return to her. Justin responded in a lengthy text answer that he has always loved and still loves Selena, even if Hailey is now his future and helps him become such a fantastic man. He's now focusing on the future with her in order to better their lives, and she will always be the best thing that has ever happened to him. But what do you think of Selena, Hailey? Hailey Baldwin has never admitted that she despises Selena Gomez or is jealous of her husband's continuous love for her. Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin married, and Justin decided to propose to Hailey Baldwin not long after he ended his relationship with Selena Gomez. As seen by their happy marriage, Hailey Baldwin respects Justin Bieber for who he is. However, she is aware of Justin Bieber's emotions for Selena Gomez, so in order to conceal this, she has started impersonating Selena Gomez. You may see Hailey Bieber mimicking Selena Gomez's haircuts and attempting to disguise them, but she is enamored with Selena Gomez and has attempted to emulate her appearance and style. If we need to illustrate anything obvious, this photograph will suffice. However, while Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber were dating in 2011, Hailey Baldwin was actually one of the people who reacted to the #Jelena team, and this can be seen on the internet when she did so. And it's in this setting that she shines. I was fairly open to accepting both of them and seeing how they are the ideal pair and how happy they are. Following the termination of her relationship with Justin Bieber, she began to make public statements that could be seen as reflecting her mental state as well as the events that came from her fixation with Selena Gomez. When a thief does not want his or her private information published, the jealousy does not outwardly express his or her displeasure, but his or her actions mold his or her ideas. The truth is that she married Justin Bieber and is yet to achieve Selena Gomez's level of celebrity. It's undeniably true that she's frequently compared to Selena, and this will continue to be the case. Despite the fact that neither his Instagram nor the pages he started are well known, he has a fan base that loves and supports him for who he is. Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin have been spotted deambulating and visiting parties on several occasions, as evidenced by numerous gorgeous videos. She's been treated poorly by Justin and Selena's followers, who all regard her as a replacement for Selena. Hailey simply wants people to respect her and show her the love she has for them, or at the very least, stop being harsh to her on social media.
Is going to do a live, right, where she's talking about herself, 20 questions with Justin Bieber. This is the time where they will not be turning off comments. So we need to fucking bombard that shit with Jelena and how Selena is better. Go after her, please. Let's all go after her.
After going through all this, Hailey has stated that it does bother her, but she's also merely human and adores both of them. But things have changed now. What is Selena's opinion of Justin and Hailey? Gomez has said nothing directly about Bieber and Baldwin in interviews or on social media. Not when they were engaged, not when they married last September, and not now, a year later. In June, though, she sent a discreet statement on Instagram. On March 1st, 2018, Gomez's most recent post on the platform was a birthday tribute to Bieber. They were dating at the time, and that was the only confirmation she provided on Instagram of their final fall togetherness. Not long after, their breakup became public knowledge. Gomez didn't mention Justin Bieber on Instagram until early June of this year. Fans remarked that she had quietly deleted it at the time, and it was seen as her most pointed remark on Bieber since his marriage to Baldwin. Gomez wanted to be off the grid and out of his life, and there was no trace of him on her Instagram. According to insiders, Gomez's sentiments for Hailey have been revealed a little more. Several sources informed tabloids that when Baldwin and Bieber first announced their engagement, Gomez was unconcerned about the relationship and wished them luck. Selena knows that Justin makes rash decisions but wishes them both the best. A source told E! At the time, she is truly focused on herself and Justin is no longer a topic of conversation in her life.
Alright, I think now people are getting rude, so... Another reason why I don't stay on social media for too long, but I am so glad that I was able to talk to you guys.
Despite everything that's happened between Justin and Selena, these couples continue to give something to talk about, and it seems that they are cosmically tied or something similar. Do you really think that Justin still can't get over Selena? Could it be that Hailey has always suspected that Justin was still in love with Selena? Or could it be that Selena is still waiting for her chance to steal Justin's heart again? During Selena and Justin Bieber's stormy relationship, there were many speculations that Justin Bieber was emotionally abusive, and that Selena, despite being in a relationship with him, did not have a good time. Well, the same story began to be replicated, but now with his wife, Hailey Bieber, and that is that several paparazzi and even fans began to denounce that Justin Bieber was an aggressive and abusive person to Hailey. Is this true? Well, it seems that despite the evidence, the model and now businesswoman have commented that there are only good vibes in their relationship, and that despite having had a shady past and stormy relationships, the singer has changed. What exactly did Hailey say? And is she just covering up her husband's actions, or is Justin really now the loving and caring husband that Hailey says he is? Stay so you don't miss any details. Let's start by breaking down a bit of the abusive relationship between Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez. We don't want to bore you with drama, so we'll only tell you the highlights of their relationship and what Selena said when she claimed to have suffered emotional abuse. As we well know, Justin and Selena started dating when they were very young. After Selena's manager contacted Justin, the two first connected in 2009. The two celebrities hit it up right away and grew close. Let us note right here that Selena Gomez was 17 years old when she met Justin. She hadn't even reached the age of maturity, and Justin became her first love, so she obviously didn't have many weapons to defend herself from psychological abuse. Let's also mention that the world of entertainment is very difficult, and many artists who started their careers at a young age have mentioned it. Fame affects you emotionally and psychologically when you're exposed to it at a very early age. They were not scared to flaunt their love when Selena talked about the relationship in an interview with 17 magazine. Throughout the world, Justin and Selena were seen holding hands and hugging. The couple was frequently seen hanging out, uploading adorable images of themselves together, flying off on trips for two, strolling red carpets together, and gushing over each other in interviews. But later, the splits began to show. Few times it has been clarified who the one was who cut off the relationship with whom. However, this was already a sign that their relationship was not a healthy one. Justin and Selena ended their relationship for the first time. Justin was also accused of having an affair after being seen cuddling with model Barbara Pelvin at the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Later, Selena confirmed the breakup by informing talk show host David Letterman that she had called it quits. A few months later, the couple was back together. Justin posted a photo of himself and his ex on Instagram, and they were later spotted kissing in Oslo, Norway. But they weren't together again in December. Justin revealed to a radio host that he and the Bad Liar songstress were no longer together. Even though they were seen hanging out together throughout 2014, Selena maintained that she was single. After many ups and downs, the couple decided to separate for good in 2018. It was 8 years of a stormy relationship, and clearly the two were quite emotionally affected. Years after their separation, Selena Gomez spoke openly about how she felt and the emotional consequences of her relationship with Justin Bieber. Selena Gomez claims she was emotionally abused in her previous relationship with fellow musician Justin Bieber. "I found the strength in it. It's dangerous to stay in a victim mentality," Gomez said of her on-again, off-again relationship with Bieber in an interview with NPR. "And I'm not being disrespectful. I do feel I was a victim to certain abuse." When asked if the abuse could be classified as emotional abuse, Gomez replied in the affirmative. "Yes, and I think that it's something that I had to find a way to understand it as an adult," Gomez said. "As much as I definitely don't want to spend the rest of my life talking about this, I am really proud that I can say I feel the strongest I've ever felt, and I found a way to just walk through it with as much grace as possible." Emotional or psychological abuse is defined by the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence as a pattern of abuse that can include manipulation, verbal abuse, rejection, bullying, and intimidation, though Gomez did not elaborate on the type of emotional abuse she allegedly experienced. According to the NCADV, it frequently includes gaslighting, a form of manipulation in which a person makes their partner doubt their ability to trust themselves and their perception of reality. Can you imagine Justin Bieber being like this? Being an emotionally abusive person? However, Justin Bieber made a post on Instagram in which he indirectly accepted having been like that, an abusive person, and explained what his life background had been. As he struggled with rising fame, Bieber revealed in an Instagram post in September 2020 that he started doing heavy drugs at 19 and abused all my relationships. "I became resentful, disrespectful to women, and angry," he wrote, adding that it's taken him years to address these relationship habits. However, shortly after the relationship with Selena Gomez, the singer began a relationship with model Hailey Bieber. And suddenly, poof, this loving couple got married. Justin and Hailey met in 2009 at a fan event. However, although the couple met when they were very young, the sparks of love did not emerge until a few years later. Justin and Hailey reconnected in June 2018. According to the couple's Vogue interview, they regained their romance after both attending a conference in Miami held by Pastor Rich Wilkerson Jr. However, after all of this love story, it appears that things have not gone as Hailey expected, and that they've had serious problems, with violence even being rumored in their relationship. The couple is still married, and although there have been rumors of separation and divorce, nothing has been confirmed yet. However, some videos of Justin being rude and violent to Hailey began to circulate through social networks, which began to worry the fans for what it means for Hailey's physical and mental health. One of the first moments that fans realized that something was wrong with Justin was when Justin, on an IG Live, clarified some doubts and talked about his health, especially his Lyme's disease. One of the fans asked a question, and Hailey very kindly began to answer and talk about the situation. However, Justin shut Hailey up to express that it was his illness and not hers, to which Hailey did not know how to react and just laughed uncomfortably, so as not to make the moment any tenser.
Anyways.
They were asking me, because it's my Lyme disease. It's not your Lyme disease. Are you worried about my Lyme disease?
Well, I was in every freaking day in the doctor with you for months. So
yeah, but
sometimes
they asked if I was scared about the Lyme disease because I'm the one that has it.
Right.
Another one of the most awkward moments for Hailey was when Justin, on an IG Live again, made a very rude comment saying that if Hailey wasn't so hot, he would have gotten rid of her a long time ago.
If you weren't so hot, I would have got rid of you a long time ago.
Of course, after these disrespectful comments to the model, amongst others, like slamming the truck door in her face or punching her in the buttocks, many fans began to comment on social networks that Hailey Bieber should get out of that relationship. However, Hailey several times tried to clarify the situation by saying that Justin was just joking, or that it had not been a big deal, or that she'd been misunderstood. And although many fans were unconvinced, they couldn't do anything about it. However, recently, with her new interview tour for Skincare Road, Hailey has made comments about her relationship with Justin Bieber, and one of them was that the singer has changed a lot over the years, and that he's learned to be a better person and husband. Justin had a difficult childhood and adolescence, and that sometimes causes wounds and traumas that you drag through life and take into your relationships. But he has worked a lot on himself and our relationship, and he is different now. What do you think of Hailey's comment? Should we believe her, or do you think she only says good things because she doesn't want to overshadow the launch of her new skincare line? Do you really think Justin was violent and abusive in his relationships, or are fans just exaggerating?
I love her so much, I miss her.
Justin Bieber's mom was once right by his side, but now their relationship has come crashing down, as Justin's mom has completely vanished from the spotlight. So what happened? Why did Justin's mom disappear? Did Hailey end their relationship, or something worse?
No, I kind of pushed her away.
When Justin Bieber first started out, things were not like they are now. His mom was a big part of his career, and it looked like they had a really good relationship. But to be honest, it doesn't seem like that anymore. Because lately, it's like she just completely disappeared from his life. And I think we figured out why, or at least part of the reason why. See, rumor has it that Justin's marriage to Hailey might have something to do with it. But I don't want to waste any more time, so let's get into it. Justin's relationship with his mom, Patty Millette, has had its ups and downs. And they've been through some tough times. And just when it all seemed pretty good between them again, things took a turn for the worse, and the timing is a little sus, because it was just when Justin was getting really serious with Hailey. The internet has a lot to say about this, and according to a lot of online speculation, Patty isn't exactly a fan of Hailey for a bunch of reasons. To start, Patty apparently doesn't really trust Hailey and thinks she's up to something. But it can be hard to tell, and for good reason. We all know that Justin means the world to his mom, so she probably wouldn't want to publicly upset or embarrass him. But she has left some small clues out there for us to pick up. Small clues as to how she really feels about Hailey. Like, did you know she changed her Twitter bio right after Justin announced the engagement? I mean, the engagement kind of came out of nowhere and was pretty unexpected, maybe even for Patty. See, she has always had, yes, Justin Bieber is my son, in her bio. But what was weird was those exact words just disappeared. When you ask, you guessed it, right after the big engagement news came out. Another pretty big hint was when she liked a tweet, which is normally not a big deal, but it was here, because the tweet basically said that getting married too quickly is a bad idea. And we all know the whirlwind romance Justin and Hailey had, and that, given the circumstances, how fast they tied the knot, it was all kind of suspicious, no? Also, let's not forget how much Patty was so Team Selena.
Seriously, how can you not like her? I mean, you've met her.
Yeah.
She always took the opportunity to not just totally rave about Selena, but also say how good she and Justin were together. Inside sources revealed that Patty had always been there for Selena, which is saying a lot, especially considering Selena's roller coaster relationship with Justin. But to be honest, while Selena may be gone, we haven't seen Patty being as supportive to Hailey, which of course leads us to ask a very important question. Why? Some people think Patty is actually being a little sneaky, like standing up for her son's ex-girlfriend in small ways. Not that long ago, Patty liked, then unliked, Selena's post announcing she was taking a break from social media. And in February 2023, when everyone felt like Justin and Hailey were cyberbullying Selena, Patty tweeted a cryptic message. She wrote, "Hate is ugly. Don't be ugly," which could be interpreted in a few different ways. But a lot of people thought that she was telling Justin and Hailey to stop spreading online hate. Replying to the tweet, one user had some strong words for Hailey, saying she should listen to her mother-in-law and stop making fun of Selena. But here's what I think is happening. Patty mysteriously disappearing since Justin got married has to do with something else entirely. Now, you've probably noticed in recent videos that Justin is acting pretty bizarre, like when he looked totally out of it at Coachella. or when he was acting really strange during his trip to Monaco.
Hey guys, don't be weird. That's weird. That's weird.
And then a month later, he was spotted doing something pretty strange. He was outside a restaurant smoking something suspicious with some friends. And not just that, he'd apparently left Hailey inside the restaurant by herself for an hour. I don't know, guys, and I'm just floating a theory here, but could there be a chance that Justin is still not sober these days? See, Patty always had a big problem with Justin's substance use, which may explain why she isn't in his life as much anymore. Rumor has it that Patty tried to talk to Hailey about it, but that the conversation didn't go so well. Supposedly, Hailey just dismissed Patty's worries as if she was acting crazy or something. But that's not the end of the strange stuff that's been happening with Justin. And you're not going to believe what else Hailey has been up to that's super weird. Hailey was recently photographed hanging out with Leon Storino. Do you guys have any idea who he is? If you guessed Justin's former dealer, then sadly, you're right. One online comment asked why Hailey was hanging out with Justin's dealer, especially if her husband was supposed to be sober. It's all super bizarre. Maybe Patty suspects Hailey is a bad influence on her son. I mean, this would explain why there's rift between her and Justin nowadays, right? And don't forget, there's a big reason why Patty is seriously worried, especially when it comes to her son and sobriety.
So what did you do? I mean, you're, as a little girl.
Patty herself started drinking and experimenting with illegal substances when she was just 14. And I was seriously shocked by something that she admitted. From the time she woke up to the time she went to bed, even at that young age, Patty said that she was just never sober.
I remember leaving.
And her life spiraled out of control and she made some bad decisions. Patty found herself in a dark place. She turned to crime and began dealing. Once she vandalized school property and was suspended. But not just that. To support her substance habit, she also shoplifted all the time. But thanks to the kindness of a community mentor, Patty was able to turn her life around. She got clean and never looked back. And there's a reason why she's been so honest about her tragic past.
But you're really helping a lot of people, I would
have. Justin has always been pretty open about the ups and downs with his parents, but his relationship with his mom suffered the most. And not just because of his fame, but also some of the choices that he made. Sure, Patty was happy to see her son's singing career take off, but she was also worried about the pitfalls that come along with massive celebrity.
What would you say to parents?
I mean, there were a few times, and you probably remember a lot of them, when Justin gave in to some of the darker temptations that celebrities are faced with, and that he was in such bad shape that even the people close to him were seriously worried about his well-being, including Scooter Braun, his close friend, manager, and the guy who discovered Justin.
There was a time where I would go to sleep.
At one point, things were so bad that Scooter was worried we'd lose Justin forever. When it came to Justin, Scooter was more afraid of one thing than anything else. He was afraid Justin was just going to go to sleep one night, but that he would have so much junk in his system that he would not wake up the next morning. And don't forget what happened back in 2014. Remember when Justin got a DUI and everything just came crashing down for him? After that happened, Justin's relationship with his mom was pretty much non-existent. And in a pretty revealing interview with GQ in 2016, he admitted to being closer to his dad than his mom. But here's the truth of what was happening then. A few years later, during an interview with Billboard, Justin finally explained what had happened between him and his mom. And it was honestly a little heartbreaking. He said that his mom was an amazing woman and that he loved her, but that the reason he had been distant from her and why he pushed himself away was because of something I'm sure we all felt at some time. See, he never wanted his mom to be disappointed in him, but he realized his actions had truly disappointed her and that he was ashamed, but that they were in the process of rebuilding the trust they'd lost. But if that's the case, what's happening with their relationship now? And why has Patty disappeared again? See, just like his mom when she was a teenager, Justin had some serious issues with substance addiction. Remember how he opened up in his documentary about just how bad things got?
I started valuing the wrong things in this business because there was things dangling in front of me. If I get this, I'll be happy. If I do this, I'll be happy.
He confessed that his staff was so worried about him that they came into his room at night to check his pulse and see if he was still alive. And just like his mom used to, Justin would allegedly spend his days pretty messed up. He'd start the day by being under the influence, and instead of stopping, he would keep going like that until he went to bed. One day, Justin apparently hit rock bottom, and he turned to the only person he thought could help him. He prayed to God for help to stop abusing substances, and then started doing the hard work to get clean. Fortunately, he was able to follow in his mom's footsteps and get himself out of that hole. But here we are now, a few years later, and some things are lining up that are pretty suspicious. An unexpected marriage, some nasty online behavior, a shady dealer that shows up from the past, and his mom that disappears. And judging by his recent behavior, it doesn't look great, does it? Is there a chance he's heading back in that direction again? Which could explain why he and his mom are having zero contact again, especially if she thinks that Hailey is involved in some way. But what do you guys think? Is Justin really spiraling again? If so, will his mom be able to help him? And how do you think she really feels about Hailey? Or is Hailey part of the problem?
For years, Kourtney Kardashian has allegedly been hiding a dark secret about her youngest son, Reign. Oh no, I guess. Allegedly, Kourtney had an on-again, off-again relationship with Justin Bieber.
Does Justin Bieber help with the kids at all?
Right around the time that Reign was born, and everyone thinks that he's actually secretly his father, not her ex, Scott.
Sources were saying that the two were inseparable and very touchy-feely.
It's a pretty crazy accusation, but the truth behind it is actually even crazier.
Justin Bieber.
I put that one. Back in 2015, Kourtney was seen spending a lot of time with Justin. At one point, it was even reported that the two of them seemed to be completely inseparable while having dinner together. And while she wasn't connected to Justin until after her son Reign was born, it's important to remember that Justin was already a close friend to the family. So many of the Kardashian women have been linked to Justin at one point or another. Allegedly, Kourtney, Kendall, and Kylie have all had romantic relationships with him at one point or another. The Kardashians first met Justin when he was just 16 years old, when he did a photo shoot with Kim Kardashian in the Bahamas. Ever since then, he's been closely connected to them, and throughout the years, he's been seen with nearly every member of the Kardashian-Jenner clan. And Kris Jenner's boyfriend, Corey Gamble, who she started dating in 2014, was his tour manager. So it's safe to say that Kourtney was spending a lot of time with Justin and had known him for years, way before they started dating in 2015. While the whole idea that Justin could possibly be the father of Reign might seem far-fetched at first, it turns out that there is some evidence to back it up. Reign was born in December of 2014, which meant that he could have been conceived around March of that same year. At the time of Reign's conception, Kourtney and Scott were going through an extremely rough patch in their relationship. Scott was going off on a bender of partying with other women and being under the influence, and he's always been criticized for his infidelity. And although the story that Kourtney and her family pushed was that Kourtney was always faithful, that might not have always been the case. Insider sources came forward to talk about what Kourtney and Scott's relationship was really like, and according to them, they said that there were several times during the relationship where they would split up and not see each other for weeks after a big argument. And while we all know what Scott was doing, the insider source claimed that Kourtney would go out of her way to seek revenge on him, and they said that she would go out and party with close guy friends. While none of this was actually confirmed by the family, we do know that in 2014, Justin was heavily involved with Kylie Jenner. Although he was dating Selena Gomez at the time, it's believed that he was receiving racy pictures from Kylie, and these texts are essentially what caused their breakup for the second time. It was also around this time that he was first spotted with his now wife, Hailey Bieber, but he made it clear to her that they were just seeing each other casually and didn't want anything serious with her. And of course, his Playboy lifestyle only continued after that and well into 2015, when he was seen countless times with Kourtney. While he had gotten back together with Selena in 2014, it's important to remember that he didn't get back with her until August of that year, which meant that he could have been single around the time that Reign was conceived. And if the insider source was telling the truth, Kourtney could have easily spent time with him while she and Scott were at their worst. Even though nothing about this is confirmed, the possibility is definitely there. But in all this, it's also important to think about how Scott reacted to Kourtney being pregnant in the first place. In one episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, it shows the exact moment where Kourtney tells Scott that she's pregnant, and he was really upset by the news rumors and even said that she keeps suckering him in with kids, and that she was being incredibly sneaky about the whole thing since she didn't tell him about it right away. The whole thing was a pretty strange response, and apparently once he found out, he never came home that night from being so upset. Despite the negative reaction, the two of them were able to work it out for a little bit longer, and Scott actually was present for Rain's birth. However, that didn't last long, and when Rain was just 6 months old, Scott and Kourtney ended their relationship for good. But it wasn't until 2017 when a source came forward claiming that Scott was getting more suspicious about the possible paternity of Rain. According to the source, Scott was allegedly upset at the fact that Rain didn't look like their other children, Mason and Penelope. Apparently, Rain had much lighter features than the other children, which made it even more confusing since both he and Kourtney have dark hair and eyes. And the older that Rain got, the more the rest of the world got just as suspicious, because people started noticing that Rain looked and acted exactly like Justin Bieber did as a child. And allegedly, Scott asked Kourtney for a paternity test, which she supposedly denied. But what makes the situation more confusing is that Scott had apparently asked for a paternity test for their first son Mason back in 2013, which came as a response to several rumors going around that Kourtney had been spending time with a male model. While the reports of the 2013 paternity test are unconfirmed for the family, it would be strange that she would be willing to have a paternity test for one child and not the other. Of course, without the official test, we'll never know who the father truly is, but that hasn't stopped people from pointing out the strange coincidence in the entire pregnancy. The pregnancy was never planned, but from the very beginning it's clear that Kourtney was okay with going through with it, no matter who the parent was. Now that Rain is around 7 years old, he's starting to have even more recognizable features, and one thing that stands out the most is the fact that his hair is extremely light compared to his parents and his siblings. And because of the theory about Justin possibly being the father, people have even compared Justin's baby pictures to those of Rain, and the two of them do share a shockingly similar resemblance, all the way from their hair to their smile, and even the way their eyes and eyebrows look are all very similar. But don't get me wrong, there's actually a pretty interesting aspect to this entire story. Scott and Justin looked extremely similar as children, and they both have extremely similar personalities. They're both known for being a little chaotic and wild, which is exactly like Rain. So it's just as possible that Scott actually is Rain's father, and maybe he just favors Scott's family more than Kourtney's. To this day though, it's unclear whether or not Justin actually knows about the possible paternity of Rain, or if he's even heard about the theory at all. Now he's happily married to his wife Hailey, and Kourtney is also married to her husband Travis Barker. It was even announced recently that she's pregnant once again, this time with Travis's baby. So chances are that we'll never know the truth behind Rain's real father. But now that Kourtney and Scott are no longer together, it doesn't seem like it matters all that much anymore, and even if Kourtney knew who it was, the chances of her coming forward with that information are pretty slim, especially when you consider just how happy she is with Travis and how focused she is on their relationship. So what are your thoughts on all this? Do you think it's possible that Justin is the real father of Kourtney's son? Do you think that Rain's different features are just a coincidence, or do you think that it proves he must have been fathered by someone else? I would love to hear what you think about this one.
Time really flies when you're having fun. It seems like yesterday when Justin Bieber and Hailey Baldwin publicly announced their marriage, but it has been over 3 years since it happened. And according to their several social media posts together, it seems that everything is going fine. However, there are people who still can't believe Justin's decision to marry Hailey after only a few months together. Justin at the time called it a no-brainer, which I guess explains it. Many couples have started that way with only a short time dating and have actually gone on to live happily ever after, but others come crashing down after just a few years together, so who knows which one this is going to be. Before that, everyone knows about Justin's on and off relationship with Selena Gomez, which was all over the news at the time. And some people are still convinced that his quick breakup and marriage proposal were just a way for him to get over Selena, which would be absolutely not cool for Hailey. Justin and Selena's relationship lasted years, and they clearly shared a lot of romantic moments together. And those kinds of moments aren't the ones you can easily forget after 2 months, which apparently Justin did. So naturally, some fans can't help but wonder if Justin only married Hailey as a way to get back at Selena. Did he really love her, or was it just out of necessity to replace Selena with somebody else? So if this is the case, will their marriage actually be a happily ever after or not? Justin Bieber had his fair share of girlfriends, ranging all the way from co-singers, celebrities, and models, but still there was one that stood out every single time, and it was Selena Gomez. It's basically impossible to speak about Justin's love life without mentioning the one and only he's associated with the most. They met back when both of them were just teenagers in 2010, and they have basically zero experience with love and relationships, but they still managed to make it work their way, and the media was all over them. Partly because Selena was a big teen Disney star back then who was just getting started in the music industry. Justin, on the other hand, was also on the rise thanks to his music career. He had been releasing several hit songs that were all over the radio and topping MTV charts. For many, they were the perfect couple, and people really shipped them. In fact, after their first breakup in 2012, fans were still convinced that they would eventually go back to each other, and so was the Jelena ship born. Jelena fans' love for the couple was and is so strong that they are still going up until this day, and some of them are deeply convinced that the couple will eventually find their way back together. Their wishes and hopes were being made true by Justin because every time he became single, he found his way back to Selena during the 8 years they dated on and off. Justin even claimed that Selena would always hold a special place in his heart. But if that was true, then what's up with the proposal and wedding just 2 months after breaking up with Selena for the last time? Is his marriage with Hailey really just a no-brainer, as he previously said? Let's review now how Justin and Hailey came to be, because many people don't know that the couple also share history prior to the proposal. In fact, they met a year before Justin and Selena first dated, so technically Hailey has the right of antiquity. The relationship feels like a whirlwind given how everything happened, going from back together to engaged to married in the span of just a few months. However, they already knew each other for quite some time already, and even though everything appears so spontaneous, it really wasn't. Everything started back in 2009 when little Hailey was taken by her father to a Justin Bieber fan event. She wasn't that crazy for him at the time, given that she was only 12, but 2 years later, Hailey finally met Justin in another one of his events, and this time she was reported to have said that she found Justin attractive. A few years later, in 2016 to be more precise, when Justin and Selena broke up again for the 1000th time, rumors started appearing about an alleged romantic relationship between Justin and Hailey. In fact, since the last months of 2015, they went on vacation together and documented the whole trip on their Instagram while claiming they were only good friends. However, these good friends also shared a New Year's kiss, so fans quickly started assuming something else was going on. And it seems Justin already had plans to marry Hailey since that time, because in an interview with GQ, he predicted the marriage and said, "What if Hailey ends up being the girl I'm gonna marry, right? If I rush into anything, if I damage her, then it's always gonna be damage. It's really hard to fix wounds like that. It's so hard, I just don't want to hurt her." But still, a lot of stuff happened in the next 2 years, and boy, it was a wild ride for Justin. Sometime later, Justin and Hailey went their separate ways. Hailey was rumored to be dating Shawn Mendes after appearing with him during that year's Met Gala, and Justin obviously went back together with Selena. Jelena stans were happy because they thought this was the final time the couple would be back together, and said that this time they would actually stay together. But they were clearly wrong, and we all know what happened right after. Justin somehow found his way back to Hailey, and they got engaged in less than 2 months. That same year, they legally married, and the year after, they had the big wedding. So far, the relationship seems to be going strong, and both seem to be deeply in love with each other. They appear to be couple goals, and fans really love their chemistry. In 2019, Justin collabed with singers Dan plus Shay, released a track called 10,000 Hours, and everyone appeared on the music video with their respective wives, so Justin brought Hailey along and they looked starstruck. On the other hand, Selena was still trying to get over Justin and released a song called Lose You to Love Me. She considers that song to be her final goodbye to Justin and everything that happened between them. She even mentioned the fact that Bieber moved on really quickly after their breakup and wrote in the lyrics, "In 2 months you replaced us like it was easy." And yeah, she is not wrong with the timeline, as Justin really took only 2 months or less to fall in love with Hailey. But still, 2 months or not, the relationship appears to be going strong, and the couple seem to be utterly in love, as proven by their many posts on social media and other public appearances. But looks can be deceiving, and in 2021, Justin revealed that his first year of marriage wasn't that good, claiming that it was actually very tough and that both of them had to deal with their fair share of relationship struggles. He said, "The first year of marriage was really tough because there was a lot of going back to the old stuff and there was just a lack of trust. There were all these things that you don't want to admit to the person that you're with because it's scary. You don't want to scare them off by saying, 'I'm scared.'" He also said that he felt he was walking on eggshells during the first part of the marriage until he finally gained confidence in Hailey and started to believe in the relationship. He also added, "But now we're just creating these moments for us as a couple, as a family, that we're building these memories, and it's beautiful that we have that to look forward to." Some fans are incredibly happy that Hailey appeared in Justin's life because they say that she saved him, and some of Justin's friends also agree on this. Such is the case of Ryan Good, who spoke to GQ magazine about Justin's relationship and said that Hailey was Justin's saving grace. But now the newest topic is babies. As fans and tabloids have started rumors about Hailey being pregnant, the word has started going out and everyone is wishing for them to already have kids and bring another Bieber into the world. However, none of them seem to be in a rush about it, and they have said that they will probably wait for a while before getting into it. But now I want to know what you think. Do you think Justin and Hailey will have their happily ever after? Or will he eventually go back to Selena for the 100th time?
Selena Gomez has shied away from the Met Gala and red carpet appearances for the previous few years. This is a result of her issues with self-esteem, health, and personal issues. She did, however, make mention of an incident that occurred at her previous Met Gala and the reason why she had to flee because she was no longer able to tolerate it. She couldn't possibly be close to Justin Bieber, could she? In this final Met Gala 2022 event, Justin Bieber made some remarks about Selena and her appearance. Stay to learn all the specifics. Selena has been making waves in the cosmetics industry with her line Rare Beauty for the past couple of years, so seeing her on the red carpet with her own goods would be a major beauty moment. Not to mention, she's already dazzled us at other Met Galas. Sel is one of the most coveted celebs on red carpets, even if she hasn't been there since 2018. She has been a sight to behold, starting with her debut in a gently draped Diane von Furstenberg gown to her stunning Coach gown. Continue watching to see Selena's current Met Gala attire. At the 2014 Met Gala, Selena Gomez made her stage debut with a presentation Charles James Beyond Fashion. Here, she wore the dark plum mermaid dress by Diane von Furstenberg. The following year, in 2015, Selena dressed strikingly in all white for China Through the Looking Glass at the Met Gala. She added a pop of color to her Vera Wang dress with white flowers in her hair and a bold red lip. At the 2016 Met Gala, Selena Gomez revealed her most risky appearance yet. She wore a sleek bustier over a patterned Louis Vuitton dress for the futuristic Manus Ex Machina fashion in an age of technology theme, finishing the look with lace-up combat boots. It appears that she was accompanied by the Weeknd singer during the following year. The following and almost final Met Gala appearance was Selena in a white Coach-adorned gown for Rei Kawakubo Comme des Garçons Art of the In-Between. She finished off her ensemble with a necklace, kitten heels, and a small wallet, all of which were in style at the time. And finally, her last Met Gala. At an event for Heavenly Bodies, Fashion, and the Catholic Imagination, Selena appeared in a semi-sheer white tier dress by Coach. She wore a cross necklace, nailing the concept to the last detail despite a tiny tanning error. Gomez most recently attended the Met Gala in 2018. She left early and afterward referred to the evening as her biggest beauty disaster. While I was getting ready for the Met Gala a few years ago, we put on a bit of tanning lotion and it looked beautiful. But as the night went on, it kept getting darker and darker, she told Glamour UK. When I sat down inside the event, I saw a photo of myself and it looked completely orange. And here I am at this prestigious event. My first thought was, I have to get out of here. Gomez also admitted to Vogue that she was unaware that her tan was deepening during the evening. I look at a photo of myself when I sit down and I'm completely orange, she recalled. I was like, this is going to be terrible because I'm going to get eaten alive about this. The night of the event, she made fun of it by sharing a security video of her leaving the venue on Instagram. Me when I saw my pictures from Met, she captioned it. I had my security take a video of me because my first reaction was just to get the hell out of there, Gomez explained to Vogue. I'm literally just hauling ass to get to my car. I wanted to reference Queen Esther since she's such an empowering female figure in the Bible. Gomez told Vogue of her inspiration for the night. It appears, nevertheless, that the evening did not proceed as planned, and her inspiration with that tan look took a different turn. We can say that everyone was shocked, despite not having attended such a famous event in years. The person who was most shocked was Justin Bieber, who could not keep his eyes off the singer, as well as his wife, Hailey Bieber. Even though Selena and Justin had a strong love for one another, their relationship was tumultuous when they were younger. Before calling it quits permanently in 2018, the two celebrities had been in an on-again, off-again relationship for 8 years. Their tumultuous relationship was rife with drama, fights, and ups and downs. A few weeks after being photographed holding hands, the pair was seen disparaging one another online. Although he now has a wife, a new life without Selena, and has talked about moving on, it seems he hasn't done so and is still focused on her. Justin and Selena were together for a very long time. Following communication from Justin's management in 2009, the couple first got together. After, they were spotted having a sexual encounter in an IHOP restaurant in 2010, and rumors started to spread. These rumors, however, were quickly dispelled by Selena. The couple was then seen holding hands in St. Lucia later that year while on vacation, and a month later, they even shared the red carpet at an Oscars party. Now they were officially together. Selena disclosed the relationship during an interview with 17 magazine, and ever since then, the couple hasn't held back from announcing their relationship. With their PDAs in tow, Justin and Selena were frequently photographed. The couple was frequently spotted together, posting cute photos, traveling together on romantic getaways, strolling red carpets, and gushing over one another in interviews. Even though they were frequently photographed together throughout 2014, Selena said she was single. When the brunette beauty released her song The Heart Wants What It Wants and claimed it was about Justin, fans knew they were back together. After briefly dating other people, the stars got back together. At the time, Justin was reportedly observed serenading his ex-girlfriend at a Beverly Hills hotel bar to My Girl by The Temptations. At the time, they claimed that their bond was wholly platonic, and a month later, they decided to part ways. The former Wizards of Waverly Place actress was spotted attending church with Justin after splitting up with The Weeknd in 2017. The Canadian cutie and the singer of Bad Liar were seen together. Selena appeared to make the relationship on Instagram official when she posted a birthday message for her boyfriend on social media. March 1st, 1994, someone I know that happens to be super cool was born. Boom. She wrote in a since deleted post. Just a few months after their breakup, Justin was seen on camera with Hailey. They made their engagement public in July 2018 and got hitched 2 months later. Justin criticized those who continued to support him and Selena. He was blunt in his response to a critic who contended that he was only dating Hailey to get his ex's attention. Hailey is my bride, period. If you don't like that or support that, that means you don't support me. Hailey also wrote on her Instagram stories to call out the haters. Justin was spotted searching for his ex online despite being married. The musician accidentally shared a video of his computer screen on Instagram stories, showing his search history, which included a link to Selena's Coachella performance. As a result, we can infer from information that fans have uncovered that Justin hasn't moved on from Selena despite the passage of time. The final piece of evidence was the reaction Justin Bieber had this year when he saw Selena Gomez walk down the Met Gala red carpet. You can notice in this video when Justin turns to look at something, looks down at the ground again, and starts to tremble. And to make matters worse, Hailey F's him up, and it looks awful. Make your own judgment. Hailey noticed him completely, became serious, and then moved to look behind the interviewer at something, but it was then that she understood Justin had noticed Selena and was anxious about it. In addition to the fact that he had a difficult time the previous year when fans started to yelling Selena's name, among other things on the 2021 red carpet, which caused Hailey to cry, it is obvious that his wife did not appreciate the circumstances at all. And things did not end here because close sources assure that Justin made comments with his friends about it. He commented that Selena looked very good, and also commented on how much he missed her. What do you believe in light of this video in the comments, though? Do you believe Justin's trepidation over seeing Selena was genuine? Maybe he still has feelings for Selena, or perhaps he regrets how he treated her while they were dating. Could it be that when Hailey learns about Selena, she becomes envious?
If you look at their relationship through social media and interviews, Justin and Hailey Bieber are literally relationship goals. But what happens when the cameras are off? How does Justin really treat Hailey? Everyone who knows Justin knows he has had a long history of problematic behavior towards the girls he dates, and even he himself has admitted to being disrespectful to women in the past. One time, Justin went off a random woman at the gym just because she was counting her reps out loud, and the woman even claimed Justin spat on her water bottle while she wasn't looking. Justin was also branded a misogynist after he slammed Taylor Swift for fighting back against her manipulative manager, Scooter Braun, during the promotion of her album Lover in 2019. Taylor was involved in a highly publicized feud with Braun after Braun purchased her masters and prevented her from playing her old songs. Taylor accused Braun of trying to destroy her musical legacy and exercising her tyrannical control over her career, but instead of offering his support to Taylor, Justin took Braun's side and made fun of Taylor on Instagram. Justin then posted a long message mansplaining why Taylor shouldn't have called out Scooter Braun and accusing her of just trying to get sympathy from her fans. Sure enough, Justin was scared of the fans' reaction, so he turned off the comments on his post, but Taylor's fans took to Twitter and accused Justin of being sexist. One fan tweeted at the time, "Justin Bieber is literally a misogynist. He cheated on Selena and then blamed his depression on her for breaking up with him." And even Selena Gomez, who dated Justin on and off for almost 8 years, has admitted that she felt like a victim in that relationship. And if that wasn't enough, Justin also defended Chris Brown multiple times and even said that Brown physically attacking Rihanna was just a mistake. So has Justin changed his ways since meeting Hailey? Well, he claims he has, but the fans are not so convinced. Some fans are even worried that the way Justin treats his wife Hailey off camera is very unhealthy, and here's the evidence. In their February 2019 joint cover story for Vogue, Justin and Hailey opened up about their romance, and Justin bragged about how they didn't have sex before tying the knot, but that makes it sound like they waited for years when in fact Justin proposed to Hailey after less than 3 months of dating. As one fan pointed out, this explains the quick marriage. Waiting 2 months to have sex is the biggest of sacrifice, LMAO. Another person commented, "So basically they just got married to have sex." Prior to meeting Hailey, Justin claimed he was celibate for a year because not having sex was a way for him to feel closer to God. He said, "I think sex can cause a lot of pain. Sometimes people have sex because they don't feel good enough because they lack self-worth. Women do that and guys do that. I wanted to rededicate myself to God in that way because I really felt it was better for the condition of my soul, and I believe that God blessed me with Hailey as a result. There are perks you get rewarded for good behavior." Did he just claim that his wife is a reward from God for not having sex? Okay. Some fans have also called Justin a hypocrite for trying to preach about self-worth and good behavior after he spent years being disrespectful to women and cheating on his ex-girlfriend Selena Gomez. And it might be perfectly normal for two people in a relationship to get angry with each other occasionally, but it's the way you deal with that anger that speaks volumes about your character, and judging by the way Justin treats Hailey when he's upset, it seems like he still has some major anger issues. Just take a look at this footage of Justin violently slamming a car door in Hailey's face. Justin obviously knew Hailey was coming right behind him, but he tried to shut the door in her face and stormed away like a 2-year-old having a tantrum. A lot of fans think this just proves that Justin hasn't really changed his ways and that he obviously still has some major anger problems. One person tweeted, "So not only does Justin slam the door on Hailey as she gets out of the car, but he also acts like a raging lunatic when she beats him in an arcade game." Which brings us to another incident during which Justin showed his true colors. So what exactly happened after Justin lost in an arcade game, and why did this make fans so worried about Hailey? Back in February 2020, Hailey posted a since-deleted Instagram story showing she beat Justin at an arcade game with a score of 2,050 to his 500, and even though Hailey was obviously just teasing her husband about the score, Justin showed that he wasn't just a sore loser, but someone who can't control his anger at all. The fans immediately called out Justin for screaming at his wife over a silly game, and many of them said they were concerned for Hailey. The fans took to Twitter to voice their opinions, and one wrote, "That is not how you react when you're just having fun. That was unacceptable." Others say that this isn't even the first time Justin has acted this way, and added that the singer has a pattern of behavior that isn't normal. Another person wrote, "Honestly, low-key worried about her. That is not normally healthy behavior over losing an arcade game." Besides his anger issues, Justin also often seems to get passive-aggressive with Hailey, and he doesn't even bother to hide it. This kind of behavior was evident in an Instagram live video Justin and Hailey did to discuss with fans Justin's recent Lyme disease diagnosis. As Hailey was explaining what Justin's journey to diagnosis looked like, Justin rudely interrupted her, saying the fan asked him and not her. For a split second, you can see Hailey looking worried and maybe even a little bit scared as she asked Justin to repeat what he said. At this point, Justin smiles as if to show he was joking, but he's definitely giving off a weird vibe here. Things got even more awkward after Hailey laughed nervously at Justin's "It's my Lyme disease, not your Lyme disease" joke. And even after Hailey tries to explain how she's been by Justin's side throughout it all, and is probably as familiar with the condition as he is, Justin just keeps talking over her and acting like a moody teenager. The fans, of course, were appalled by Justin's behavior in the video and said Hailey deserves much better. One person commented, "Hailey is so nice to him. I don't know why she's putting up with his BS after seeing this video. Justin is such a child and immature. My only thought is she loves him more than he loves her." Another fan said, "It looks like she's always afraid of saying something wrong." To which another person replied, "That's what it's like to be with someone with narcissistic personality disorder." What's even worse for Hailey, as if constantly dealing with Justin's immaturity wasn't enough, Hailey also has to put up with a lot of hate from Selena Gomez's fans. Some of Selena's fans are always comparing Hailey to Selena and saying mean things about her looks. One fan even recently went so far as to try and rally fellow Selenators to go after Hailey during her scheduled Instagram live and bombard her with comments about how Jelena was better, and though Justin hit back at this fan and called her a sad excuse of a human, he's the one who still brings up Selena's name whenever he gets a chance. Justin recently appeared in the music video for Drake and DJ Khaled's song Popstar and was shown lip-syncing to Selena's name. This prompted the fans to accuse Justin of still obsessing over his ex-girlfriend and being disrespectful to his wife. One person tweeted at the time, "Justin Bieber has tested positive for Obsession 19 as he can't seem to stop mentioning his ex. The star is currently undergoing treatment, but sources say it's futile." Justin definitely knew that his lip-syncing Selena's name would provoke this kind of reaction among fans, so why do it? It's not like he needs extra publicity. Plus, he knows just how much hate his wife gets from Selena's fans, so why go out of your way to give these fans even more reason to attack Hailey? But now, I want to know what you think. Do you believe Hailey has to put up with a lot of Justin's attitudes and that she loves him more? Or is this simply being taken out of context? Did Justin Bieber really just admit that Hailey Bieber isn't even close to Selena Gomez? We all know the Jelena stans love to say this, but what if it comes directly from the one involved? Does it make it official? It seems Justin just admitted that when it comes to important matters that are actually important in his life, he prefers to speak about them to Selena and not Hailey. But why is that? Justin and Selena's relationship lasted years, almost a decade, and they seem to be best friends more than lovers. However, now that it is finally over, it seems that Justin still praises and misses her, but not only that, he also admits he still loves her. Apart from loving his wife, of course. But would he say the same about Hailey if the roles were reversed? Justin said in an interview, "I absolutely loved and love Selena. She will always hold a place in my heart. But I am head over heels in love with my wife, and she is absolutely the best thing that has happened to me. Period." But everyone knows there are some things you don't share with anyone, perhaps only with the person you love the most in the world, and that seems to be the case between Justin and Selena because apparently he called Selena to complain about Hailey being too religious. Sources close to them confirm that this is a regular occurrence and that Justin is used to complaining about Hailey to those around him. Selena has also given her opinion about it, and she thinks it's sad. An insider said, "He feels she is a little too obsessed with religion sometimes. He basically feels that she has gone too far." But Hailey doesn't share his opinion. According to her, the one thing that united them the most and made the relationship possible was their faith in Christianity. They even met in church after his breakup with Selena, so she has a good point. Hailey said, "Being able to share that with each other, to have that bond of faith and spirituality is so critical for us. It's the most important part of our relationship, following Jesus together, being a part of a church community together, it's everything." But now it seems that for Justin, it's starting to become too much and he doesn't share the feeling anymore because he decided to complain about it. And the important part is also to whom he decided to complain. He went to find comfort in none other than his ex's arms, but this time, Selena is firm in her decision about moving on and claims she isn't surprised at all that Justin is contacting her again. She knows that Justin still has and will still have feelings for her and understands that the pandemic has been hitting hard relationships from all backgrounds. So she isn't surprised that he is looking for her again. Selena has already made amends with the situation and is firm on her decision. However, despite being there for him, she doesn't want anyone to suffer because of her actions. An insider said she doesn't mind being a shoulder to cry on, but really doesn't want to get back to Hailey. She knows how much that would hurt. Selena is kind, and the last thing she would ever want would be to be part of trouble in the relationship. She has moved on. But Justin somehow still feels attached to Selena, and even though the relationship ended, it seems like he can't be apart from her for long periods of time. Even though Selena has made it clear about how she feels, he still can't resist the urge to call her and try to talk to her. Justin thinks that he shouldn't have to be cut off from the ones closest to him in life, and he doesn't consider talking to be cheating. But he still loves Selena in more ways than one, whether her looks, singing, or just the way she makes him feel, he still has feelings for her. So now it's pretty evident that no matter what happens between them, Justin Bieber will still feel the need to be somehow connected to his ex, even if it's just friendship. Fans went crazy after Justin released his new album Justice, and they quickly went looking for Selena mentions, which they found in the song Ghost. The song lyrics say, "And if you can't be next to me, your memory is ecstasy. I miss you more than life." So it's pretty certain those lyrics aren't about Hailey. Not convinced? Okay, then what about, "I want you to know that if I can't be close to you, I'll settle for the ghost of you." When asked about it, Justin claimed the song has nothing to do with Selena, but obviously no one believes him. Justin said in an interview, "I think that a lot of people in this day and age, in this time, are losing loved ones to this crazy virus, but there's a lot of people who have lost people from other things and just lose people. Might not be a death, but have just lost people that were in their life for a season, and now that person isn't. So that can feel like a loss, almost like you're grieving that person, so this song is kind of like that vibe of grieving that person but still having hope in the process." But fans still choose to hear what they want, and they refuse to accept his reason. One fan wrote on Twitter, "Listen, I'm not a Jelena shipper, and I'm not even one to throw Selena into everything involving Justin, because at the end of the day, they're two separate people living two separate lives. But go scream Selena. Like screams her. But Justin isn't the only one who still loves Selena, even after everything that happened between them. His mother, Patty Millette, also still misses her and recently said, 'If he loves her, I love her, and I've met her, and we have a special bond, so I think she's precious.'" In the past, Justin had written lots of songs about Selena, professing his love and claiming she was the best thing in his life. So it's understandable that he hasn't let go of someone that was so important to him. However, Selena was the one who suffered more during the relationship and the breakup. Despite this, she now is the one who has clearly moved on and is emotionally stable. While Justin calls himself emotionally unstable, which is only confirmed by Justin's many public scandals, which were radically reduced after marrying Hailey. So it clearly was better for the both of them to go their separate ways. On the other hand, Hailey seems to be the most stable one of the three, but fans still think she has a hidden side. Because, let's be real, she once was a Jelena stan too, which we can clearly see in this tweet from 2011 that reads, "I don't care what anyone says, but Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez together is the definition of a teenage dream, #word. In another one she said, "Seriously though, she is beyond flawless and he's Bieber. They are the perfect relationship, forever alone." Well, I guess that tweet didn't age well because she is now married to Bieber while Selena is the one who is alone. Fans' theories about Hailey having a hidden side was only confirmed after an insider spoke to a magazine and said, "She sure has a frisky side. Hailey definitely has a frisky side. People don't know how upfront and straightforward Hailey is. She really doesn't give two shits, and I feel like Hailey would call her out and wouldn't hold back if the time ever came to that." Still, both of them have kept their distance from each other and tried to be respectful and supporting. But a fan wanted to change that by rallying a bunch of Jelena stans to flood Hailey's Instagram with comments telling her that Selena is better than her. But Selena didn't approve of this and quickly went online to defend Hailey and herself by saying, "However, I do not stand for women tearing women down and I will never ever be by that. It doesn't matter what the situation is. If you're my fans, don't be rude to anybody. Please, don't go off and say things that you just feel in the moment." But now I want to know what you think. Do you believe Justin will try to get back with Selena eventually? Do you approve of him trying to reach out to her again? Or should he stop trying to be friends with her? When it comes to Selena Gomez's relationships, let us just say she is not very lucky because Justin Bieber is always there to not be forgotten. It doesn't matter if Justin Bieber is married, he will always have Selena in his heart, and from what he has said many times, he will always love her. Proof of that is this Cody said when he was interviewed for his new song Love from his album Purpose. He was asked how many songs are inspired by his ex-girlfriend. "A lot of it, dude," he told Access's Billy Bush. "A lot of it." He was then asked, so exactly how many of the album's 13 tracks are about Selena? "Probably like 3, Justin admitted, calling the starlet his first real love, the singer said. Justin and Selena famously dated from roughly 2010 to 2013, and Justin told Billy he still might not be totally over his former flame. "It was really tough. I don't know if I'm over it yet," he added. "I think that I'm definitely in another place, and I think we've definitely gone our separate ways. I love her, and I want her to be awesome, but there are things that remind me of her. However, this not only remains in him. Selena has also loved and will love Justin more than anyone else. For proof, we have the song she released in 2018, Back to You, in which it was more than evident that it was dedicated to Justin Bieber. You could break my heart in two, but when it heals, it beats for you. I know it's forward, but it's true. I want to hold you when I'm not supposed to. When I'm lying close to someone else, you're stuck in my head, and I can't get you out of it." Do you think it is talking about JB? After photos surfaced of Selena Gomez kissing The Weeknd, TMZ confronted Justin about his thoughts on the new couple. At the time, Justin played it cool, simply telling reporters he had no comment. But of course, Justin could only be cordial for so long. Recently, TMZ caught up with the Sorry singer again, this time asking if he listened to The Weeknd's music. Justin replied, "Hell no, that shit is whack." But Abel has not been silent and specifically mentions Justin, according to his fans, in his song. In the chorus of his song, Some Way, The Weeknd is heard singing the following: "I think your girl fell in love with me. She say my F and my tongue gave a remedy. I just took that chick and I know you feelin' some way. She just wanna end me, you feelin' some way." Even Nav in the song mentions the brown boy and the star boy on a track haters gonna say, "This shit is whack." Fans believe that in the end, Justin will never step aside or bear to see Selena with someone else. This is how Justin has been responding, but Selena says that her relationships have been cursed. "I think most of my experiences in relationships have been cursed," Gomez said. "I've been way too young to be exposed to certain things when I was in a relationship. But after all the scandal with her ex Justin, Selena has had a difficult time when she has wanted to be with her boyfriends or partners, and Justin is the most obvious reason, but so have the people who follow her with a camera. And that was what happened when speculation began when she was seen with her co-actor Aaron Dominguez. Fans went crazy to think that the beloved actress was dating someone other than Justin Bieber. It was so much the harassment in networks towards the actor Aaron, he began to share the rude DMs that he was receiving on Instagram, and even one in which they called him ugly. The internet troll also told him to stay the F away from Selena and that she deserves better, to which he simply wrote LOL and added a laughing emoji as he added the screenshot to his story. It was probably Justin's fans who wanted to see these two end up together again, but probably if Justin wasn't married, he would have done it himself. Selena was a little bit angry about this incident, and she replied, "We had just started working together. I honestly thought, no wonder guys don't want to date me. I think people only care because I'm young, and the older I get, the less they'll care. For now, it's a part of the job that I don't really like. I'm actually grateful that I'm not involved with anyone right now." Gomez also addressed the viral photo that came out of her flipping off a paparazzo while working on her show. "Somebody was being disrespectful," she said, "and I don't do well with that. Look, I'm a very modest person until you disrespect people. Maybe it wasn't my best moment, but a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do, and I felt very okay with being like, don't talk to people that way. However, Selena has made it very clear what she wants in her next partner, and an ET source said it in a report published in December 2020. The qualities that stand out to her in terms of a potential boyfriend are confident, supportive, smart, funny, trustworthy, and reliable. The outlet source said, "She is comfortable dating, but also comfortable being single. She's not rushing into anything whatsoever. Selena is focusing on what makes her happy and what feels good to her, whether that's a relationship or not." The source finished. Selena has been through a lot in her past relationships, and this is the best way to describe it. It's dangerous to stay in a victim mentality, and I'm not being disrespectful. I do feel I was a victim of certain abuse. Selena, in the same interview, opened up to talk about her mental health and deterioration phase, and also motivated people to pay attention to this aspect in their lives. She also said that no matter how much it hurt, you would feel better in the end. She told Vogue she entered a treatment program for 3 months. "My self-esteem was shot. I was depressed, anxious. I started to have panic attacks right before getting on stage or right after leaving the stage. Basically, I felt I wasn't good enough, wasn't capable. I felt I wasn't giving my fans anything and they could see it, which I think was a complete distortion. For a guy, there is a way to rebel that can work for you, but for a woman, that can backfire. It's hard not to be a cliche, the child star gone wrong. I think in mental health, I never understood the stigma until I went to my first treatment center, because that was years ago. But then there was a photograph that got out, and it's wild to see how mean they were. It was like, she's the next person, she's a childhood star, whatever. And she's doing drugs, they're saying all this stuff about me, she shared to Vogue. I wanted a record that made people feel something. Gomez tells Billboard, whether that was a hard relationship to get through, or gaining your confidence back, or being okay with just having fun. So there's different layers to it, and I'm so grateful that it ended up becoming what it is now after 4.5 years. Referred to the album. That album also has a song we already talked about, Lose You to Love Me. Selena Gomez had one specific goal in mind when writing her hit single, and it had everything to do with a past relationship. Speaking with NPR's Lulu Garcia Navarro during an episode of Weekend Edition Sunday, the pop star opened up about the deeper meaning behind the surface level revelations the song featured. It's not a hateful song. It's a song that's saying, I had something beautiful and I would never deny that it wasn't that. It was very difficult and I'm happy it's over. And I felt like this was a great way to just say, you know, it's done. And I understand that. And I respect that. And now here I am stepping into a whole other chapter. Selena has been through a lot and she and Justin love each other, that's for sure, but the relationship has been too toxic. An informant exclusively told The Sun, Selena has kept her distance from Justin, but he recently started contacting her again. He doesn't believe he should be cut off from those people he was closest to in his life and doesn't believe talking is cheating. He loves Hailey dearly, but he does complain about her sometimes. And Selena says it's sad. He feels she is a little too obsessed with religion sometimes. He basically feels like she has gone too far, the source said. Did Justin Bieber just admit that he is still in love with Selena in his new song? Justin recently released his most recent album, Justice, and fans are already all over it, analyzing the lyrics to every song. And thanks to this, fans have come to the conclusion that his song Ghost is about his ex-girlfriend Selena Gomez. But did he really write her a song, or is it pure speculation? And what does Hailey have to say about all of this? Everyone is familiar with Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber's relationship and the bunch of ups and downs the couple went through. It was a wild ride since the relationship started back in 2011 until their messy breakup in 2018. That same year, Selena Gomez wrote a final song for Justin titled Lose You to Love Me, which was her way of saying farewell to him, but the talk regarding the relationship didn't die as well. After Justin's release of his new song Ghost, fans went ballistic, claiming the song was clearly a tribute to Selena Gomez. And to make things worse, Selena also has a song titled Ghost of You, so fans are also convinced Justin's new song is titled like that on purpose. Fans on TikTok have been dissecting the lyrics non-stop and have found lots of common ground between Bieber's new track and Selena's song. Fans don't really care that Justin and Selena broke up years ago. To them, the relationship still might be saved. A TikTok user with the handle MaryAMX1995 compares the lyrics to both of the songs and pointed out the lyrics from Selena's song, "But I don't think I'll ever break through the ghost of you," are pretty similar to Justin's "I want you to know that if I can't be close to you, I'll settle for the ghost of you. I miss you more than life, and if you can't be next to me, your memory is ecstasy. I miss you more than life." It is very well possible that the lyrics are just pure coincidence, but fans are convinced it is more than that. The lyrics follow, "There's always tomorrow. I miss your touch some nights when I'm hollow. I know you cross a bridge that I can't follow." So do these lyrics hint at Bieber missing Selena Gomez, even though he has been married to model Hailey Bieber for some years now? To me, it seems very unlikely, but Jelena shippers think otherwise. Jelena stans had no trouble confirming the track is an obvious tribute to his past with Selena Gomez. Immediately after the album was dropped, fans looked frantically for any Selena Gomez reference and they found it in Ghost. The Jelena stans quickly took to Twitter to talk about their findings and speculate if Selena was indeed the inspiration behind the song. For example, one user wrote, "Not to be messy, but Ghost sounds like a feeling he feels now and not one he's worried about feeling in the future. Miss Selena is in his head rent-free." However, others are also circling around the possibility that Justin's song is a reference to Selena's old track titled "Ghost of You" from back in 2010. But also some fans who are not necessarily Jelena shippers think that Ghost is definitely about Selena. One of them wrote, "Listen, I'm not a Jelena shipper and I'm not even one to throw Selena in everything involving Justin because at the end of the day, they're two separate people living two separate lives, but Ghost screams Selena, like screams her." But there are also the ones who don't fancy the idea of Justin still singing about Selena at this point. One person wrote, "That guy is a nutcase, still pushing this while married, and then people wonder why she has so many songs about him saying she's done." But of course, this would make the Beliebers and the Selenators clash as some of them did on Twitter. For example, after a Selena fan shaded Justin's album Justice, a Belieber replied, "Imagine being so obsessed with Justin more than Selena, might as well be a fan." But according to these fans, the song Ghost is actually about losing a loved one to COVID and has nothing to do with Selena or a song at all. One Twitter user wrote, "I bet Justin's song Ghost is not about Selena. It's probably about his family members who have passed away, or it's just for the grief of COVID victims. I hate it when people still try to tangle them. I know I'm not the only one who's glad Jelena is completely over." To end all controversy around the subject, Justin himself discussed the song's meaning during a recent interview with Vogue and confirmed that the COVID-19 pandemic inspired him to write a song about losing somebody you love. Justin said, "I know this has been a really challenging year where we've lost loved ones and relationships too. The hook is saying if I can't get close to you, I'll settle for the ghost of you. That works for this quarantine situation where we're not relating and connecting in the same way. It has allowed us to rally, have these memories. I hope this resonates and I hope it fills your heart up with joy, comfort in some sort of way." But what does his wife Hailey think about the whole matter? Hailey has been dealing with constant comparisons coming from the Jelena stans, which are not healthy at all. One of these fans became known after she tried to rally other Jelena supporters to join Hailey's Instagram live to flood it with negative comments telling her how Selena is superior. Justin and Hailey's attention quickly turned to the disturbing post when they got wind of it, and both of them called the fan out for spreading negativity. Justin went all in, calling her a sad excuse of a human, and said, "It is extremely hard to choose the high road when I see people like this try and rally to gather people to bully the person I love the most in this world." But Hailey also addressed the video on her Instagram and revealed the toxicity she has to deal with on social media every single day. She reshared Justin's Instagram stories and added, "I usually stay quiet and don't acknowledge these things because I need to protect myself and my mental. But it has truly gotten to a level of anger and a hate that is shockingly unhealthy and sad." Finally closing off with, "I would never in a million years wish for someone to be treated this way. I want only to support, uplift, and encourage other women in this industry and wish them nothing but love and success." But still, Jelena's shippers haven't stopped and the comparisons keep coming up to this day. Hailey recently revealed that she was forced to deactivate her Twitter account because it was just too much pressure to deal with. She recently joined psychiatrist Dr. Jessica Clemens on her YouTube channel for a conversation, and she opened up about the dark side of social media and the impact it has had on her mental health. She confessed that after marrying Justin, she has been struggling to deal with the amount of attention she has been getting on social media and said being compared to another woman was the hardest part. She didn't mention any names, but it's pretty obvious who she was referring to. Hailey revealed the constant comparisons made her question her own sanity and that at one point she even started thinking the fans were right. She said, "I think one of the biggest things I struggled with for sure was the comparison aspect of body comparison and looks comparisons and behavior comparisons. I think when you're going through a situation where you just have so many people hounding you with the same thing over and over and over again, it starts to mess with your mind and then you start to question everything. You're like, is there something that I'm not seeing? That they see? Maybe they're right." It got to such a low point to me that I was like, honestly, maybe I'm delusional. But even after all of this, it seems Hailey doesn't have anything against Selena on a personal level, and she also doesn't blame her for anything the Jelena fans are doing on social media. Hailey was actually caught liking an Instagram post by Vogue magazine which featured Selena's new covers, so it's pretty obvious she was telling the truth when saying she only wants to support other women in the industry. So now I want to know what you think. Do you believe Justin's new song is about Selena? Do you believe Jelena stans will eventually move on? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, please don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and until next time.